Greetings and welcome back to the weekly news roundup. How's everybody doing? Quint is alive, everybody. Hi, Quint. How's it going? Q1 Fiend, greetings to you. Where have you been? That was meant to be aliens, Q1, not A-lines, but felines? I don't know. I was thinking you were abducted or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Hello there, Mr. Rich B.O.B. Alright, I've been playing around with Linux Mint over the past while helping someone else. And honestly, I have no idea where that meme started a while back about ending Linux Mint, but that's the most elitist PS ever. Yes, I know. This is literally. Yeah, sorry, they're useless anymore. No. It's like, one of the best Linux distributions. Certainly better than Ubuntu. I mean, really. Let's see. Okay, I wonder if the Yahoo engineer got some quality material. Yeah, probably. Hello, Mr. Banana Man. How's it going there? Doing terrible yourself. Decided to boot Windows again. I'm not trying to be that guy, but this is just horribly slow and buggy. Yelp. Forced to use Windows for a while. My old Linux drive died. Had to order a replacement, which got here Wednesday. Currently have the new one. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Linux on its own 5400 RPM drive is fast on an SSD. I'm just spoiled. Yep. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Bruce Scott, hello there. Greetings to you as well. Keegan, first live stream as a 31-year-old. Well, congratulations. When was your birthday, Keegan? If it was like today or maybe yesterday, I'll play the happy birthday thing for you. Let me know. Alright, Q1 Fiend, how's it going there? Quint Berkeley, hello there. Been pretty sick. Ooh, that's not good. Hope you're feeling better, man. Hello, airlines, aliens, close enough, you know. I've been very busy lately too. Yeah, I know, Quint's been really busy, so. But anyway, glad to see you back, man. Recently I had to reinstall Manjaro. Old external hard drive died, bought an SSD to replace it, and boys, that thing is fast. Hey, thank you, Ash and Snap. Always appreciate those super chats. Hey, I should be turning on the comment feed so you guys can read along too, shouldn't I? Alright, George, good readings there. Keegan, 3. Hello, Sleepy. How's the daughter doing, Sleepy? She feeling better yet? Don't think we'll be able to attend the Thursday stream anytime soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's alright, man. That's alright. We'll keep you on the mailing list, in case that changes, or if you want me to pop you out of it. Any supporters that would like to be on the actual mailing list, have the link emailed directly to you, let me know. Anybody on Patreon or Think Life Media at $1 or more. So that will be there. Let's see. It was yesterday. Keegan's birthday was yesterday. That means we have to play Keegan the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you, Keegan. Congratulations on making it into your 30s. And unfortunately for you, you will probably be around for quite a while to see the whole world go into the trash heap. But, you know, anyway, happy birthday. World's gonna end. In fact, I saw there were some climate change protesters hanging out in front of our city hall today when I drove past it. I was like, really? Really, bro? Really? Like, okay. And I didn't look closely enough if they were the high school students skipping their Friday classes to go and protest at City Hall. But it's like, hey, buddy, why don't you go back to school and then maybe you would understand that the climate scientists say there's no climate crisis right now. It's honest truth. Right at the same time that Greta Thunberg was in there testifying to the EU or world leader, whoever she was testifying to, that same group received a certified letter signed by over 500 actual, real, credentialed climate scientists who said, no, this is blown out of proportion. There is not a crisis, and they had the scientific evidence and the facts to demonstrate it. You know, I'm not saying we need to go and have our gas guzzlers. You know, we need to be responsible people in a planet, but we're not in this climate crisis where we have to start eating bugs and eating people and introducing Soylent Green and stopping cows because cows. No, anyway. WD Gold and Red. You know, I don't know. Larry Johnson, hello to you. Cron SSH, greetings on the Gold Drives Enterprise. Yeah, I'm not completely sure. She's improving. All right, cleaning up vomit isn't fun. Oh, I'm no kidding. Well, get well anyway. Yeah, I know they all do. Like, I don't even know what's in my NAS, but my NAS has been running now for 2 years without ever a stop. Yes, we should take care of the environment. No, it's not that bad. I would like to go and I'd like to go and talk to those climate protesters. If I had more time or if I knew they were doing it and I could walk by instead of drive by today, I would have asked them about what they're doing personally other than standing in front of City Hall holding signs. You can do something real, do something real, really. Who listens to facts nowadays? Nobody. Fifes and Clarions, how's it going there? Hello to you. How far they'll take the plastic stuff? Yeah, oh Lord, I don't know. I don't know, but I think of that every single time I have a business meeting at Perkins every other week, and we get in there, and the lady just comes in, and she throws down she sets down our glasses of water and throws a bunch of straws on the table. I'm thinking, lady, you're destroying the environment. I don't even want a straw. I mean, really. In California, lady, you'd be fined $500 for giving me a straw when I didn't ask for it. True story. True story. California, you will get fined $500 for giving them a straw, but it is not a felony to willingly and knowingly give somebody AIDS. Well, figures. I should get into the news before this turns into a political rant hour, but anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into the news, shall we? Let's see. I'm dreading what happened to the world at this point. I'm ready to check out. Yeah. CO2 is a dipole molecule. Dipole molecules cannot hold heat energy. No, CO2 is not a dipole molecule. A dipole molecule is defined as a molecule that has polar and it basically has a polar molecule. CO2 does not. It is a completely nonpolar molecule. It is excessively stable, and yes, it can hold some heat energy. Any gases or any compounds can hold heat energy. Just depends on your things. Okay, we're going to stop right there. I'll get back to the other comments here when we jump on in. Let me figure out where we are at. We are going to go with PIA, I believe, as our affiliate here. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the privacy edition of the weekly news roundup. And these are recorded live Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to jump around and join in the fun discussions, maybe watch a fire screen go live, you can join us then. But for today, before we get started if you are a person in need of a VPN, maybe if you travel around a lot, if you need to block ads, if you need to use the internet from a different region or locality, consider using private internet access. My link there is on the screen, tlm.li/PIA. Will get you a affiliate code. If you purchase that, either monthly, yearly, whatever, they will send a small commission of that sale to help support Switched to Linux, and that enables me to keep running this show. But let's go ahead and jump on into the privacy news. And if I remember correctly, I think like literally Google stuff dominated the news this week, but Google themselves had nothing to do with it. Maybe that means the company is just too big. Really. So first one is a little bit about, no, we're not talking about Homer Simpson. We're talking about DNS over HTTPS. Now, Firefox did it. Nobody really cared because very few people are using Firefox, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, Firefox has gone so insane lately. I really don't know if I like them or don't like them. I just know I like them better than Chrome and Chromium, so I still use them, but I lock it down because at least they make it available. But man, are they getting into some weird stuff. They introduced a DNS over HTTPS. Nobody seemed to care. A few security guys talked about it, said it was great. But now Chrome does it, and since Chrome is pretty much the world dominant web browser, even nearly every other browser out there that's not Chrome still uses the Chromium base. They did it, and the whole world went, it's crazy. It's insane. And so this is going to be the end of it, and all of these child abusers are going to be free, and all this kind of stuff. Really what's happening here is that the ISPs don't like it, because the ISPs, if you are using DNS over HTTPS, the ISPs cannot track what you're doing as well. So, hey, you guys that want to sell the VPNs, like I did at the start, to say, hey, prevent your ISP from seeing what you're doing, this actually prevents your ISP from seeing what you're doing, which, by the way, is why I have never used that as a means to push my VPNs. Okay, I think that that's just kicking the can down the road. Somebody's going to see your stuff. It's either going to be them or it's going to be your ISP. Who knows? Now, in this case here, what the people complaining about are saying is that, hey, Google could switch your DNS to theirs and you wouldn't know it, and then Google can track everything you're doing. But the ISPs are the ones mad about this. Well, the ISPs can already see what you're doing. The fact is, though, Google has said, oh no, you have full control, and I believe that you do. You will have full control. It's just that if you are using the new Chrome or the new Firefox, which have these implemented, and you have changed your DNS to one of the DNS platforms that supports DNS over HTTPS, they're going to use that protocol instead, which is going to prevent your internet from being tracked by pretty much anybody. So the people using the VPN for the purpose of hiding your internet activity from your ISP, this actually solves the problem. You don't have to pay for that service. But there are many other legitimate reasons to have a VPN. So with that, these guys are all kind of going crazy because, it's going to allow Google to have more stuff. And I kind of disagree. If you're using Chrome, Google knows what you're doing anyway, especially if you used any Google product and they're logging you into Google. It doesn't matter what your DNS is. They see the final endpoint that you're actually using, and they're storing that inside your Google account. So stop using Chrome and or stay logged out of Chrome and Chrome other Google products. But that being said, these guys are all losing their mind over it. Because they basically say that now Google can spy, but Google kind of said they don't. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are they going to spy? Are they not going to spy? By the way, for those curious, this link here in the article, all the articles, there's a link in the description down below, which will take you to the website, which has it. This actually has some more information about it. Is this different from Mozilla's? Yes, Mozilla carries a canary domain with it. Which I believe the canary domain is like an early warning. It will kind of warn you if the thing is broken, just an FYI. And then the DNS browsers that currently support it: Clean Browsing, Cloudflare, which is 1.1.1.1, DNS.SB, Google, which is 8888, OpenDNS, and Quad9, which is 9999. So those are the ones that actually use this. So if you are using one of those with these new functions, and these are actually implemented and enabled, then your DNS will go over an encrypted network instead. Now, what does all this mean? It means that what you're doing online is more protected. So that's why it's in the privacy news, but at the same time, this is actually kind of good privacy news. I don't have any problem with this issue. All right, hey, unable to connect. All right, let's get rid of that one here. All right, so this article here is another Google thing. So Google has this facial recognition tool, and they're basically trying to collect particularly darker skinned people who tend to have more difficulty being identified correctly on facial recognition, mostly because it's all of us pasty white people that are generally used to train the AI. And so Google was trying to collect some information. Basically what they're trying to do is going around to a lot of people, primarily targeting college students, whatever else, giving a $5 gift certificate if you allowed them to collect your Face ID stuff. And that's just creepy enough. But what happened here is that one of the subcontractors that Google had hired to push these people out was basically going around and lying about the fact that this thing was being used to train AI. So what the actual Google employees were doing is going around and they were targeting college students and homeless people, giving $5 vouchers as an incentive to scan your face into this thing. And so basically, the actual bona fide Google people were making it very clear, this is to train a facial recognition AI. Would you like to have $5 to do this? I personally would turn it down, but I'm okay with that. You're upfront about what you're doing. But this shady company came in behind and explicitly told people to lie about what they're doing and say, hey, it's just a new game app or something. Play with this for a little bit and you'll get $5. And they were not being clear that this is being used to scan and collect people's face data to train facial recognition software. And so that is what caused the issue here. So once again, it's Google stuff, but it's not actually Google. This is a sign that maybe the company's just getting a little bit too big, you know. Anyway, I don't know. What do you guys all think about all that kind of stuff? Let me know. Let's see. Egypt used Google Play in spy campaign. Yes, here is another case where Google applications here is the Egyptian government wanted to monitor your they wanted to monitor your journalists and see what they're doing. And so they introduced this app, and actually a series of apps, into the Google Play Store. This particular one they're highlighting, called Index Y, which is supposed to get in there and scan out some information, regarding the phone numbers. Basically, it was like a people search. But really, what they were doing is it was a back end motion here, whereby the Egyptian government was getting information about who these people were, what they were doing, everything on their phone. It's basically a giant backdoor into the phone. So the Egyptian government was using the vulnerabilities in the Google Play Store, where they do not actually provide secure stuff, in order to track journalists and other people that they wanted to track. How exciting is that? All right. So with all of this being said, yeah, guys, the Google Play Store is not a safe and secure place to get your stuff. So with that, Google, it was used in this case, but again, it wasn't Google; it was somebody else. It was somebody else using their systems. All right, so finally, a Yahoo software engineer. This is why I take a little bit of concern with utilizing these tools. Even if everything's the safe and secure, you still have employees who can tinker around. Remember that lady who worked for AWS? The lady who worked for AWS and this lady who worked for AWS, she got into Capital One. Was it Capital One? Yeah, Capital One stole all of these credentials, 109 million records, 109 million different records in here. And on top of that, she also stole information from 30 different companies that they never released, that they should absolutely release, just to let us know. These employees can get in, and this is why it's bad to have your data on these servers, even if you completely trust the service, unless it's completely encrypted before it gets there. You encrypt it on your device and then send it up. At that point in time, it would be generally safe. So this Yahoo engineer, well, as a former Yahoo engineer, used his work access in order to hack into personal accounts from individual users. And he was mostly using it to collect data and to stalk women. So he pleads guilty. So fortunately, we did not have to go through the cost of. We have to go through this cost of prosecuting the guy. He did this. So he admits copying images and video from over 6,000 accounts, which was mostly some nasty pictures. So he pled guilty in federal court to hacking into accounts of thousands of Yahoo users in search of private and personal records, primarily kinky images and videos of account holders, announced United States Attorney David Anderson and the FBI Special Agent John Bennett. So he pleads guilty into this. He'll probably not get nearly as much as he should get, but he's currently on release pursuant to conditions of an unsecured $200,000 bond. So, just a friendly reminder that individual companies do still have employees that can see this data. So it's just better that data is not there. What do you think about all these news items? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Okay. Like people who spout overpopulation BS. Personally, I say, why don't you jump off a building first? Yeah, there you go. If calculations are correct. All right. To be honest, drinking water is the real crisis that will hit at some point. Yeah, I really find myself not caring anymore. Yeah. Everything is made of plastic these days. Hello, Anarita. My courses told you this. Yeah, I was a chemistry professor. The dipole moment of CO2 is 0. So a dipole on a molecule is calculated by looking at the polar ends of a molecule. So CO2 is one oxygen, it's one carbon with an oxygen on either end, all right? Now, water is one oxygen with a hydrogen on either end. The water has a hydrogen bond because the sp4, it's a sp3 hybridized molecule, so it has 4 different points in 3D space. Each one of these bonds produces a dipole, and the dipoles then since they're at an angle to each other, it produces a dipole moment, a polar molecule. CO2 is an sp2 hybridized molecule. It's an sp1 hybridized molecule. And so it's a straight linear line. So while the CO2, the C and the O produce a dipole, there's 2 equal and opposite dipoles resulting in a dipole moment of 0. It is a non-polar molecule. Okay. Can't even use Firefox on Windows 10 anymore. It's slow, but I have been meaning to uninstall and reinstall for a few months. Yeah, it's bad when Chrome is faster. No, you're not misfire. Yes, my time calculations are correct. I need to keep remembering to subtract a day. All right. Yahoo is now stalking. Yeah, I know. Use Pale Moon. Most all Firefox add-ons work. Yeah, the old ones do. The new ones don't. And then a lot of websites are now starting to not work if you don't have the latest. Graphite, carbon, oxygen gas. It's not a combustion reaction. It's a combustion reaction. Yeah. So yes, that is what it looks like, and that is a non-polar molecule. In fact, the term dipole molecule doesn't mean anything, actually. There's a dipole moment in a molecule. CO2 is 0. A molecule with a dipole moment of 0 is nonpolar. All right. Pale Moon is only one browser I know of that still has a build not requiring SSE2. Nice. It's dipole. No, it's not. No, there is no such thing as rusty when you had to teach freshman chemistry over and over and over and over. I can probably still explain nearly every basic chemical principle that you'd encounter in a freshman chemistry class without referring to notes. It's my guess. I might be rusty on 1 or 2, but polar molecules, particularly hybridization, where I specialized in, no. Harder to see in the dark. It's not a joke. It's just true. How do you encrypt DNS? Using DNS over HTTPS, yes. Microsoft is making a phone running Google Android. Yes. They are. And it's a folding phone too, isn't it? I don't know. Still a massive flop. No, it was a massive fold. Come on, man. Okay. Have I just gone to chemistry? Hey, man, I was a chemistry professor for too long. Probably wants to hear chemistry puns now. Like, 2 hydrogens are walking down the street. One says, man, I think I lost an electron. How do you know? I'm positive. All right. Okay, so shall we jump on over into our business news now? Would that be fun? What do you need? Corporatocracy. Oh, man. Coming oxygen shortage. Oh, boy. Coming oxygen shortage. Pretty soon we're going to be selling cans of Perrier, aren't we? Oh, man. All right. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the business news section of the weekly news roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come along and hang out live and engage in all of the comments, that would be a cool thing to do. So you can help support the channel if you want to check out our affiliates page or our support page. We have 2 of those up on our Switch to Linux website, switchedtolinux.com/affiliates and switchedtolinux.com/support. If you happen to need anything, there's Amazon links if you want to buy things on Amazon. You may not want to after our business news. I think we have a few Amazon stories in here, don't we? I think we only have one. Anyway, we have those. So there's some web hostings, there's some VPNs, there's some podcasting tools. I'm looking to expand the affiliates soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. But regardless, let's jump on in. Speaking of Amazon, full disclosure, use my Amazon link up above, and that'll actually help support the channel. But anyway, Amazon workers. Now, actually, there's two places now. This one is in Sacramento. There's another one in Minnesota where there's protests and people are leaving because part-time employees get no medical benefits and are only allowed short periods of off-time work. So what caused this is there is a lady in Sacramento, and her mother-in-law went to the hospital in a very bad condition. It was in hospice. They let her leave work early. The mother-in-law died the next day, so she calls in. She calls in to take a bereavement leave. They say, sure, you can have 3 days off. So she goes back into work on the 4th day, and she was fired because of the time off that she had to take to attend to the matters of her dying mother-in-law. And similar things were happening up in Minnesota. This caused some workers in both these cities to walk out and stage some protests. And so it raises one of these questions. You know, I look at all this and go, you know what? Amazon is one of the richest companies in the world. Jeff Bezos is the richest guy in the world. Why don't you just feed a tiny bit? If he just literally fed 1 billion of his 3 trillion, that is 1/3000th% of his net worth back into paying better wages for his staff, like all of these problems would disappear. Okay, 1/3000th of your income, Bezos can do that. All right, just saying. I appreciate it. I don't want to overtax the rich guys. I don't want to overtax the rich people. They are genuinely the one that make a lot of jobs. But at some point in time, you got to start actually treating your employees well, even if those are contract employees or whatever else. I mean, it's not like it's not like these people are working hard to try and build a profit, you know, build a company to a profitable level where they can pay our bills. This is one of the wealthiest companies in the world. They can pay their workers a little bit better, in all reality. That's my thoughts on that. This one was neat. Nerd City, a fellow YouTuber. Hello, Nerd City. Nerd City calls on YouTube for more demonetization transparency amid a new study about the LGBTQ video titles. This is an interesting case because if you don't remember, I don't remember if I even talked about it, but the LGBT community got together and put together a lawsuit to sue Google. And I thought that there were two major things I had about this. Number one, if you open this up to everybody, and number two, you drop the fact that they're biasing you because of your particular standpoints. I don't necessarily know if that's the case, because if you looked at that lawsuit and those individual creators, most of the people in there, they're not just LGBT people. They are literally producing things that are vile. Like some of them, like queer kid stuff, that channel should be put on restricted mode because they're explicitly targeting children with sexual themes. Explicitly targeting children with sexual themes. There's a few other ones named in that lawsuit who are actually, their videos are overly sexual with things visible. All of those things violate the ad policies. Now, if it's just mentioning it, that's a different case. But in light of all that, Nerd City and 3 other big YouTubers that are probably named in here, they got together this giant list of tags and did a series of studies and found that several words caused a general demonetization most of the time. And so with all of that, it was, I forget exactly how many lists, but what they ended up doing is having this giant spreadsheet document that they used with similar video clips and just tweaking. It was a very scientific study, and they found that one of the results they found is a lot of words that are generally found in the LGBT community generally caused an instant demonetization. So it does actually appear that the people did actually have a point. But it's not exclusive to those items. And that is why I think that their case will lose in their current form. But if those same group of creators open it up to everybody and said, we just need transparency, that would be a better chance of winning a case. So definitely an interesting situation and case to look into. So yeah, I think that we definitely do need more transparency as to what exactly causes demonetization. Like the news articles, these ones here, they are generally demonetized almost instantly. The Linuxy videos, rarely anymore do those get demonetized. Maybe it's just something about, running news articles or something. I don't work for CNN or Fox, therefore I'm an evil guy. I don't know. But anyway, don't miss the big story. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss it. All right. Consumer Reports. So Consumer Reports, this is, I don't know why this is in the news. Cable company fees add up to $450 in typical annual bill. This is kind of neat because I got a little thing in the mail the other day from Comcast, the company that I hate, that unfortunately is my only choice for internet. And they're like, hey, give us a call for this. And I thought, man, I bet this is somewhat related to the story we covered last week where they were giving out these Xfinity boxes or whatever to people for all these. It was kind of like that, like when I decided, hey, I'd call the people up because my internet bill went from $60 a month to $95 a month, and like overnight. So I was like, sure, let me call them up. Well, I could get $4 off my bill if we went to this new model, which included that streaming type package, which they said I didn't even have to have the device. You just had to get on and create the account, and then if you wanted, you could download the app or just view it on the internet. I'm looking at this, and it's like $4 cheaper, and I almost did it, except I had them break down for me over the phone what the bill looks like. And basically, the internet fee goes down like $15, but then they added a $10 cable network fee. I said, well, I'm never going to use this. Why don't we just take the $15 off? And because I'm never going to sign in and use this. And she's like, oh no, we can't do that. And so I just decided to stay with my $95 because what I don't want is they could say, oh, but this price is locked in. But you know what they're going to do is they're going to lock that price in, but then that distribution fee, which is not in the locked in price, that they can just keep going up and up and up and up and up and up. And so eventually, if I went with that plan, even though it was technically locked in for 2 years, the bill would still keep going up because it's a fee, not the actual price of the service I'm paying for, and the price of the service is the one that they're doing. So I said, no, I'll just stick with my $95, and I'll just keep calling you guys until somebody gives me a discount. So Consumer Reports responds that looking at this, I mean, what the fee? Yeah, let's see. Can I zoom in on this guy here? Okay. There's a little bit bigger picture. All right. Okay, there you go. There's a nice big picture. So basically what this bill is now I have a question for it. Like, maybe I'm not in the loop, but I think anybody who pays $257 a month for their cable TV needs to be beaten in the head with a wet noodle. This is insane. This is insane. This is why our country can't have nice things. This is why people are running and going, I'm so broke, I can't pay my bills, and we down to my elbows. You're paying $250 a month on cable television. Here's a tip. Get rid of the stupid cable television and go get yourself a job. All right, but anyway, the monthly services, this is the one that doesn't change, is $170, includes preferred TV with Variety Pass, DVR service, HBO, Cinemax, Ultimate 500 Internet, home phone, national, and voicemail. Woohoo! Ultimate Triple Plus discount, a $10 discount. Broadcast TV fee, $10.99. By the way, this broadcast TV fee is the one that they wanted to charge me for. HD Pass, $10.99. Set-top box, $10.99. DVR service, $10.99. This is interesting. DVR service is right here, included. Why am I getting charged a DVR service when DVR service is included? All right, HD service, internet home modem lease, and home Wi-Fi is, at least that one's $0. Total thing is there. And then, surcharges, franchise fee, regulatory fee, PG. Now, okay, here's the thing where's my tinfoil hat. Here's one of the things that I had said in the past. There is a notice on the bottom, at least on Comcast's bill, that says, you only have, I think it's 90 days to dispute the accuracy of the bill. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get everybody on digital, bills and on auto pay. Because when you switch to digital bills and auto pay, the average person, I realize if you're not average, but the average person will never look at it again. They will never look at it again. So then Comcast just keeps on charging up and up and up and up and up, and these fees just keep going up and up and up and up and up. And then as these fees just keep going up and up and up and up and up, you don't recognize it because you're not looking at your bills. You're not looking at the credit card statements. You're just paying what they say to be paid. It's being billed automatically. And when you finally like, why is this credit card statement so high? And you look at it, you go, this is crazy. You cannot go back to Comcast to dispute those bills because it's been 90 days. So you got to be careful on all this stuff. Be very careful on all this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and drop this guy back down to regular size, and on to our feature story. Agent Pi wins and loses in court regarding net neutrality. So this is where the net neutrality repeal was sent to court, and the judges mostly upheld it. So this is sad. Now, of course, there's still some people walking around going, oh yeah, you guys were saying doom and gloom, and it's not here yet, ha ha ha. You guys look just about as exciting as Agent Pi did the day after when he did that annoyingly bad video, because these companies don't change stuff in a heartbeat. And FYI, Comcast was under a government order to not change anything, and I'm not sure if that has yet passed or if it is yet to pass. So sit here and go, well, net neutrality passed and nothing has changed. Well, what did you think? They were going to cause absolute mass changes to everything overnight? No, it would cause mass chaos and total outrage, and then they would be forced to turn it back. They're going to roll it out slowly like a frog in a pot. And as they're doing this, what ended up happening is the court mostly upheld Agent Pi's case. I don't know why. He probably just passed them some money. But what the courts did rule is that the FCC could not prevent states from running their own net neutrality. In other words, government's not going to do anything, but the states are. And you know what? I can't complain about that too bad, because that's kind of more the independent argument. I'm not a pure independent, but, that's the libertarian argument. I'm not a pure libertarian, but at the same token, I would kind of still prefer that there's a little bit more oversight, because regulating internet practices state to state is kind of an insane thing. But what they didn't do is they did not say they could not have any specific ruling over any state. What they have to do now is any state has to be sued individually regarding its personal net neutrality rule. So I don't know if that's good or bad news. Let me know what you guys think about all that in the comments down below. All right, guys, we have 2 articles from Sillyville, which we will get to shortly. So, all right, Spin Viking, greetings to you. Open Firefox pages in a text editor. They can send data and just an address link. It does not have to be separate, different link. It doesn't start with HTTP. Open up Firefox pages in a text editor. What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you're saying there. Chlorine doesn't want to go on a date, but sodium drags him along anyway. So it just says, this is assault. Oh, that's nice. That's a good one. Very nice. Oh, used to know a lot of good jokes, but now they are gone. Oh. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. My region, I think, generally does not rhyme assault with assault across its various accents. I think we tend to use the low back rounded vowel. Yeah. Assault. I don't know. Tom, what do you do with a dead chemistry professor? Bury him. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's if you can't carry him or helium. Oxygen asked nitrogen on a date, but they said no. Love it. Love it. Love it. We need to socialize medicine, free housing, rent control, late-term abortion, open borders, hate speech, Criminalization, government jobs, gun control, and social credit system too. AOC 2004. Hey man, you forgot to eat your babies too. All right. Yeah. It makes you wonder, like, okay, how are we going to pay for all this stuff? Comcast will make you use their modem if you sign up for a streaming box. Really? That's interesting. I did not know that. That's fascinating. Good thing I don't want their streaming box. High prices invite piracy. Yes, yes they do. Double charge. All right. Our ISP has ridiculous charges. You literally cannot read the bill. It makes no sense at this point. I'm thinking of switching to CenturyLink. Oh, good luck. There's really, we need socialized internet. I might be behind socialized internet. Switch plans get a cheaper one. They started charging us $9 in modem fees for $6 for high-speed Wi-Fi and DVR fee and a few other things. Got it sorted out mostly. It's like, take off the DVR fee. I don't want it, you know. Some of those rented modems can't even do the speed the customer's paying for. Yeah. Pay ridiculous $138 Canadian per month for basic TV, internet, and a landline phone. That's crazy. Comcast does that. It was a nightmare chatting with them, yeah. Google Fiber requires auto pay, but the prices are locked in for life. You know, there's something like, if there's things like that and you had to do an auto pay, you know, just set up a separate account for it. Just be like, just make sure there's always like 2 months worth of money in there, you know. Landlines are only useful for when a storm goes out. Interestingly, in America and Canada, if you get a call, the voltage spikes from 24 to 48 volts. Apparently it is start off old ringers. Yeah. Interesting. Well, it depends on where you are. An old rotary phone may not work, but an old touch tone phone will. We need price control for bandwidth and Wi-Fi stamps, yeah. Yeah, Sillyville. Personally, I think at this point, dial-up or 10 Mbps internet should be a right. There's super cheap high-speed internet over power lines, but Comcast pays fake ham radio operators say it ruins their signals. Hello, Black Ops. How's it going there? Not 1% clear where all this is going on. I'll have to watch the replay. Whatever channel that was that you described is absolutely terrible. Yes, it is called Queer Kids Stuff. It is terrifying. In fact, we could probably add it to the bottom of Sillyville. Really? Why did my last article not show up? In my last article for Sillyville did not show up. Let's just go ahead and drop that channel into our last article for Sillyville because it's definitely scary. Right. Sorry if you get noise here. I'm pulling this back up. Turn that off. Yeah, I know I'm signed out of YouTube. Duh. All right. We'll include that in Sillyville because it's definitely silly. No, funny though, my wife saw this video on YouTube, someone using a paper clip on the cable plug or the back of a TV, so we went and try that, and guess what? We get 10 HD OTA channels for free. Nice. Internet over power lines won't work well. Frequencies should never get past 60 hertz transformer. Yeah. Actually, yes, you got the low back-rounded vowel right. Oh, is it? Did I get it right? All right, cool. If it's a fact that going on, I try and believe it. That's how sick and twisted our society is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't auto-react, says it's no possible way. Yeah. Worded that badly, but I'll try to leave an example of what protocol Mozilla is sneaking into web pages. Yeah, there's some things that they're doing. I don't know. On Pizzagate, it's sick. Well, Pizza was sick. I mean, Alex Jones returned to the Krogs game. That's right. Kids are far too young to be sexualized in any form or fashion. Yep. Here in Canada, we pay fees like water, which makes me go, grrr. As we did not have to pay fees before. Why fees now? Yeah, for water. Yeah. Love your channel. All right, man. See you later, Crazy 3D. All right, let's jump on over to Sillyville, shall we? I can't unveil my crazy channel yet. We got to go to Sillyville. All right, let's head to Sillyville. By the way, guys, Sillyville, if you got young people watching, you might want to turn them away for a little bit because Sillyville is kind of scary this week, just an FYI. All right, so first on the list, IKEA smart blinds. Is it worth the wait? Do you see what this app is doing? So the guy's got this app, and he's over here, and you can use the buttons on your phone and turn up or down your blinds. Guys, I have something shocking to show you. Okay, I have to pull up my visual demonstrations for this. In fact, I think I can actually probably do this better with my kitty cam. I just have to take it off my kitty. All right. Okay. I mean, I have a very, very. I mean, this is difficult, people. Do not try this at home. Are you ready? Let me show you why I don't need this app. Are you ready? Of course, you weren't ready because you didn't see it because I forgot to switch the camera. There we go. Let's do that again. I have no earthly idea why anybody in their right mind would need an app to control their blinds. The top stairs blinds, the bottom stairs blinds. Ooh, I can open and close all of my blinds before getting out of bed. Why don't you try walking a few steps and then you'd burn a couple of pounds? We are so lethargic. We are inert. We don't even move. Now we have to have an app to open our window blinds. For the love. How much is this nonsense? Slightly more expensive, starting $129. Those blinds I have right there, I think I can get those for 15 bucks. I think they're about 15. Good stuff, relatively inexpensive. Flexible control options, including timers, good privacy and light management. The bad stuff, no sunset or sunrise options for timers. IKEA's frustrating Trad Griffey Gateway and Home Smart app. Only Google Assistant support at launch. Buy now for $129. Oh, now we have speakers. I get, are the speakers here to, all right, I got to see what these speakers are. Like, why are we putting speakers on our blinds? Oh, to put, oh, so we want to hide speakers in our blind. Our world has gone crazy. Oh, look at this. Oh, actual video. Let me roll this down for you guys. Whoa! Guys, that's taking more time to open and close those blinds than if you walked over and opened and closed the blinds. Wow. Wow. Well, is anyone over here by Auburn Hills? Is this near Detroit, I think? If anyone's on Auburn Hills, I-75, somebody broke into the little shack there that controls the billboard and started playing some adult videos on it. And so here's a little tweet. And the tweet, they actually said it's kind of not safe for work. Oh, the video below is safe for work. So apparently he edited it. So Yeah, so people that were driving down the interstate, fortunately it was late at night. It was like 11 p.m., so hopefully any children that were in cars were actually asleep. But I mean, I'm wondering if this caused any pileups, any car accidents. People like stopped, like, whoa, and then lost weight, you know. But the police are looking for the people who broke in. Suspects could face burglary charges for breaking and entering into the shed, as well as 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine for promoting the bad stuff. You know, some modern criminals might say, man, that's worth it. What are you in here for? Oh, man, let me tell you. You know, but if you happen to be in these areas and you have any knowledge of it, go ahead and call this police department. But, yeah. So, eek. Well, Microsoft, they have these new earbuds, the Microsoft Surface earbuds. First listen, then live transcribe your life. I'm just like, what? So basically you got these things. Now these aren't like the cool iPods. These are like these Frankenstein things, which apparently are not even noise canceling, which all of the other ones on the market are. And for $249, guys, the headphones I run with cost me $4.99, and that's $4.99 because I'm a cheapskate. Okay, so basically you can get these things. They're in this little case. The case provides up to 24 hours of use, of course, with everything. This is what they look like. So they're kind of like, instead of having a little pod sticking out, you kind of like these blocks in your ears. But the greatest feature of these new earbuds, as you are using these amazing earbuds, you can talk, and then Microsoft applications can pick up your voice and transcribe it on the screen for you. The guy says, it was the most amazing thing. Where's it at? I got to read that quote. Okay. Perhaps the most interesting part of the earbuds is their ability to live transcribe what you are saying while presenting a PowerPoint on a connected computer. I was able to see the words I spoke light up on the screen just below the slide, even though the noise level in the test room are far from ideal. You're excited that what you're saying is now showing up on the screen on a PowerPoint slide. Instant closed caption, but you know what? That means that now when you're wearing them, Microsoft can listen to everything you do. That's right, these headphones have microphones built into them. Oh boy. And of course, onto the channel I promised you guys earlier. This is called Queer Kid Stuff. I'm going to turn off the audio here. So this channel is geared for... it's basically to teach kids. I wish I could get that a little bit bigger. It's here to teach kids about queer stuff, of course. You can very clearly see it's exclusively targeted to, we're talking kindergarten at the oldest children. And the entire idea is to teach these sexual themes to children. All right, so she uses this bear, which, by the way, the bear's named Teddy, and when this person gave a TED Talk, it was the peak of irony that she did not bring Teddy to the TED Talk. You'd think that that'd be there. But anyway, so yeah, it's definitely a channel that you can imagine the comments are completely disabled and things like that. I mean, this channel should be completely age restricted. She is legitimately targeting children and using it to spread, it's not just LGBT stuff, it is actual sexual content for children. And this person has these degrees where she is studied under these radical sexual culturalists. It's scary stuff when you dig into the background. So that's Sillyville. What do you guys think? No, Sillyville will not be released on a later video. That's just a terrifying amount of stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump back into our stuff here. Getting internet over 124 volt line right now. All right. AJ is just to make the normal conspiracy theorists laughing stocks. There you go, yeah. About the Philadelphia forcing kids to attend state-sponsored religion classes. No, that sounds fascinating. But there is one I want you guys to see. All right, let's have a look, see if I can find this guy here. I'm not seeing anything in the news. Do you have a link to telling me about that? But the one that I mean, this is sillyville enough. Union Seminary, which is a seminary in New York City, they are supposedly a Christian seminary, but they do the entire wide spectrum of different religious groups, including Hindus and other things like that. Union Seminary, basically, they had a class where they brought in a lot of plants, and the students started confessing their sins to the plants in the name of climate change. Yeah. Today in chapel, we confessed to plants. Together, we held our grief, joy, regret, hope, guilt, and sorrow in prayer, offering them to the beings who sustain us all, but whose gift we too often fail to honor. What do you confess to the plants of your life? You know, in Romans chapter 1, it talks about how we worship the creation rather than the creator, although he specifically talks about cows and stuff. But anyway, oh boy. CFL team is in first place. Let's see if you can find me a link to that Arthur things. I am not finding that on a search. How lazy can one be? For God's sake, it only takes 2 seconds to get your blinds. That's right. If hacks of the product doesn't phone home yet. I can open my blinds. That's right. Unless you're spastic like me, you do not need this. Jabba the Hutt had smart blinds. This is right. Jabba the Hutt did have smart blinds, didn't he? Yeah, technology is providing too much convenience that people are increasingly relying on it and getting lazier. Yeah. Smart technology is making people slumber and lazier. Yeah. Dumber and lazier, I think that is. Yeah. Smart blinds. I was explaining to someone in my Linux evangelism earlier about how many Linux distros could probably run a toaster. Yeah. Thing with metadata or smart in the title is tracking you. Yeah. More walking, more face-to-face interaction with humans. Yeah. Why is there so much dumb? I don't know. Cook myself said, actually, there are smart toasters now, and they probably literally do run in Linux. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, technology is great, but if it's used in the right way, yeah. The Kindle Fire's on. How's it going, Kindle Fire? Just see hackers hacking those smart blinds, and the whole neighborhood knows what you do when you're naked. Oh! Smart blinds and still waiting for the laser shavers like on Star Trek. Yeah, we still need those ones, don't we? Used to commute that interstate. It's right by the Lakes Crossing Mall, yeah. Depends on the trash, yeah. Argue most actually, yeah. Bluetooth buds microwave your brain cells DNA. I'd like to see the studies on that one. That'd be neat. Skull candy earbuds cost me $10. Yep. And no charges needed. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to get a special device to plug into because all these phones are getting rid of the headphone jacks. Kids do need to know about gay stuff, period. Do not need to know about gay stuff, period. Kids need to protect it as much as possible. Yeah. See you later, Ashton. Know how many stories there are of children, even in church camp, being asked, "Are you gay?" by another kid, and they've never thought of it before, and wonder if they are, and talk themselves into it purely because they've had no concept. It was introduced as an option. Yeah. Scaryville this week. Yeah, this is Scaryville, isn't it? I just don't think it's appropriate to be forcing these things on children. Yep. Welcome to religion class. All paths lead to the same destination. They just worship in their own ways. Yep. So, trying to be malicious. What did you say that was portrayed as malicious? I don't know. Let's see. Hi. We got a kitty. Houston, we got a kitty. Yeah, kitty, you'll be fed in a little bit. Just have a seat, buddy. We'll feed you in a bit. There you go. You guys got cat. Do a privacy series about how to pay bills anonymously. Like the true anonymously would be write a check or a money or not a money order, like a money order or a or cash. I didn't think about doing that. I mean, it depends. What do you mean by pay bills, though? Because, you know, like, what I generally do, I write checks to pay my bills. I know it's crazy, but checks. This plant thing is to make religion look silly. Yeah. I mean, if that came from the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, that'd be one thing. But that's a supposed Christian seminary. I love it when talking to Western Hindus because they are pushovers say all religions are equally true. To which I say, mine says you're fake. Yours is fake, which is true. Yeah. Seminary has been the home of satanic worship for decades. It's in its dark quarters. Huh, really? I didn't find any of that on the examination I was doing of it yesterday. I totally missed it. Yes, we don't have much video billboards into our highways here in Brazil. They do exist in cities now, yeah. Look up hearing loss from cell phone microwaves heating the inner ear. Bluetooth is a weak microwave. Yeah, it's a possibility. Well, let's go ahead and feed the kitty, and then we will wrap up our comments, and then we will say good night. Is anybody on, by the way? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Some kitty treats, huh? All right, I'm going to move my cat pad because I don't want you drooling on my cat pad again. Do something cute. Give me some paw. Give us some paw action. Want some paw? Give me some paw. Give me some paw. Yeah, we got some paw. Oh, you got to stick your paw in, grab it, and pull it towards you. There you go. Yeah, like that. There you go. It's right near the edge. It's right near the edge. Go get it. Yeah, good boy. Here's another one. Ow, that was my finger. And here's one for this one right here. There you go. Are they finger licking good? They are. They're finger licking good. They're finger licking good, everybody. Cool t-shirt. Yeah, what I should do is I should make some shirts with the logo just small like this. I have some with the larger logo on it, but I actually don't have any shirts with the small logo. I should actually make those. Now, this one's actually full embroidered stitch. This is the only Switch to Linux shirt like this. I looked at the cost to produce them, though. I mean, these things cost me $30. So I can't exactly economically sell those. But has Kitty tried the new Jumbo Temptations? No, I have not. You know, IoT cat tracker. That's right. Kitty. Should I track you when you're on vacation? Should I track you? Should I? Gosh. All right, guys. Our video tomorrow is we're going to have Sean O'Brien back on. We're going to be talking about encryption. We're going to be talking about encryption, why it's important, and the government intrusions. So we're going to be looking at the article. Jeff sent me an article, and it was on US and UK asked Facebook for a backdoor into their encryption network, which would mean Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, anything else owned by Facebook. We're going to be talking about those types of things, and he's got some other stuff. He's an actual security researcher, so he'll be on tomorrow. That should be 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So catch that show there. All right, so do we really need a video about paying bills without a credit or debit card? I mean, I get the bill in the mail, I write a check, and I send it out. Physical, like I pay, I pay the internet with a check locally. I don't mail that one. I just drop that one off because there's a payment place not far away. So pay bills is by running extension cord from your neighbors. I recommend waiting until they leave and burying it. There you go. Bills private, just do not do it online. Go to the bank and pay your bills as they come in. Yep. The panther stalks his prey. That's right. That's right. You're stalking their prey, huh, buddy? You're stalking their prey. Heard the government here in Brazil have blocked Mega, the online... Oh, because of copyright issue. No, I didn't. Illegal in Australia to use encryption. That's horrible. Sure, the video shows your account number and routing information. That's right. That's right. Yeah, everything is illegal in Australia. Excellent on encryption. Kelly, FBI wiretaps network still being hacked by the Chinese. Verify this and report first issues 10 years ago. Yep. Crickets. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm just trying to think how I would do a video about it because. Now, some of them are a little bit more difficult because, like, Verizon now, if you pay Verizon online, they, like, stop sending you stuff to pay them online. But so here's the thing. Figure out where the mailing address is. So suppose you have the cell phone, you need to pay the bill. You have the internet. So I actually do the cell phone online. I don't do it auto, but I do pay it online just because it comes from a different account. And I actually did because the account that money comes out of, I ran out of checks a while ago, and I just said, we'll just keep paying it online. Now, so many places now have a place where you can go and pay with a check in the store. So like there's an auto pay thing at Comcast and at Verizon where you can write out your check. And when you write out your check, then you take it to the store. And then there's a thing you enter in some account information on a computer in the store and then enter it. But otherwise, what you do is you just write out the check and then just drop it in the mail. And that's how you get that going out. So that's that. No problem, man. I'm not going to call that a dumb question because I understand this. If you didn't catch it on my other channel, last week's Outdoor Philosophy, let me find it for you guys. Last week's Outdoor Philosophy actually talked about this basic topic because when I was actually out paying rent, copy link address, here is that video right there. When I was actually out paying rent, they had a guide there about how to fill out a check. And it's shocking to me how few people in our modern era, even as adults, do not know how to write a check. And I know there's a lot of people that sit back and go, well, but why would you want to? Blah, 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 blah. Because it's better accounting and actually a little bit more secure. Definitely. So I did that video. If you've ever watched the Outdoor Philosophy on the Switch to Linux channel before they moved over to that other channel, that one is thoughts about teaching your kids how to manage finances so they actually know how to write a check. Because it's becoming a lost art. They want it to be a lost art. They want you dependent on all of your stuff like that. It's a lost art. 1 year to do my CT scan. Guess what? I talked to my lawyer. I just got a letter in the mail for November. Woohoo! Yeah, it's funny that I had to get a lawyer involved, you know. Basically illegal or too heavily controlled to do anything, or if it is illegal, it's illegal to use it as it's too extreme and may kill an attacker slash. Yeah, it's like California has those laws in this place. Like, you literally have to feel threatened for your life to utilize your gun to defend your own property. Here in Pennsylvania and most other many states, not most necessarily, but many other states. Here in Pennsylvania, you're in my house at 3 in the morning. I get to shoot first, and the police get to ask questions later. Okay. In fact, it is, and so suppose some burglar bandit breaks into my house at 3 in the morning, and I hear somebody down there wrestling with my TV, and I go down and shoot him. His family's not even allowed to sue me for the loss of his life. So under the Castle Doctrine rules in Pennsylvania, you may not, you or any of your family members may not pursue any case against anybody who has used their firearm to defend themselves or their possession, which correlates, and not just your house, I found out after reading through all the laws, but your car as well. So my car is my castle and my house is my castle. You try and get in there without my approval or without my express permission, you are now violating the law, and I can now use deadly force against you. Yep. Bust out laughing. Government of one European country recommends shooting someone in the stomach to keep from killing them, but not in the chest. Gunshot is almost always a kill. No, a stomach shot is not all that fatal. But if you ask any police, they're trained to go for the kill. Virtually illegal to have a gun, unfortunately, because of socialist laws. Yeah. Put your earplugs. Guns are super loud in the house. You know, if someone's in your house, you're not worried necessarily about that. Your ears will stop ringing in a bit. Most states the car is an extension of the home, yeah. To be honest, I've been having less and less reasons to keep using Windows. Thanks to you guys. Absolutely, man. Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's a few games you may not be able to play, but that's better. California, stealing a TV is not threatening your life. Yeah, Pennsylvania, walking in my house without my permission at 3 in the morning is threatening my life. All right. Well, this video's demonetized. I guarantee you that one. Should I even challenge that? Probably not. The two edited clips. We'll release one of them Friday, or we'll release one of them Saturday, and we'll do one of them tonight, and we'll do one of them on Sunday. I may not have another. I'm not even sure I'm going to do another privacy series video or not. I like those, but that particular format takes so long to edit. Those are like 8 to 10 hours to edit. Like, I can't do those. But I am going to play with the format that I'm using for the what are these? The desktop environment series. I'm going to use that format for some things coming up. I think that's a good format. Recently switched DuckDuckGo as my search engine for Chrome. It's great. Yep. And weapon is a baseball bat and has self-protection skills. Yep. California not getting vaccinated is threatening the general public. Yeah. California, where you can willingly and knowingly give somebody a life-threatening disease, but you're not allowed to defend your house from a thug who entered it illegally. California is like, I literally think there's something in the water in California that, like, everything just operates backwards. I don't know. If my Californian friend is on watching, hello. Your state is crazy. Move out. Wise Brazilian philosopher once said, you don't get preoccupied hunting mouses when your house is invaded by bandits. Hey, Kitty, do you get preoccupied hunting mouses? Do you? He's like, dude, I like anything. All right, guys, we'll wrap this one up. So thanks for coming along, everybody. We'll get the first one of these news articles out tonight. We'll do the other one probably on Sunday unless I come up with something else to do, but I may or may not. So anyway, tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we should have the security encryption type stuff. Oh man, oh good. I'm tired all of a sudden. Whew. Is anybody on? Any of our friends of Switch to Linux on right now? Oh, Total Loss Today is on. All right, guys, copy link address. Toss is on. Everybody, let's run on over to Toss's video and tell him STL Raid. So head on over to there and type in STL Raid. So we will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out, and see you next time.